Won the day.
Taxi drivers tend to be organized. They tend to be members of unions. And the people who own taxi companies tend to be big donors to local politicians.
On Friday, point guard Steph Curry said he would vote no if it came to visiting the White House. He explains why.
We don't stand for basically what our president has, the things that he said and the things that he hasn't said.
In an early morning tweet today, the president did say that the Golden State Warriors are not welcome at the White House to celebrate their 2017 NBA championship. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
Welcome to the Garden America radio show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do in the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or send us your questions and comments to john@gardenamerica.com. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on Biz Talk Radio and the Garden America Radio Network.
And a good Saturday morning. We are back. Hello there. Happy weekend. 6 minutes after the hour. Bryan, Maine, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco once again on Facebook Live. And we hope you had a good week. We are getting ready for a very, very hot, spicy show today. This is going to be a lot of fun. Already posted some pictures, Tiger, on our Facebook page. And it's a good thing that I stopped you from eating that pepper. You were going to eat that pepper.
My eyes are just watering being in this room right now.
What pepper was that you're holding up, that red one?
That was the Carolina Reaper.
So the Carolina Reaper, as far as I know, is the hottest pepper in the world, right? Is it 3 million?
2 million.
2 million Scoville units.
Which basically means it will burn the inside of your mouth.
It will. It'll burn your stomach. It'll burn everything as it goes through. Who would eat? Now, do you know anybody who's eaten that and not had to go to the hospital?
I don't know of anybody. Man.
I don't. You can look at YouTube, and you can see some videos of guys eating them.
Eating in Carolina.
I don't think they went to the hospital.
They probably had milk right there, right?
They did have milk, and they were in extreme pain.
Yeah. We get a bunch of mad scientists that are creating these hot peppers lately, it seems like. They get hotter and hotter. And I'm not sure what the reason is, because how could you use it in cooking? I mean, what's it good for?
I mean, there are, when you go to a Thai restaurant, there are the levels that you can ask them to prepare the food.
Right.
And there's some really spicy food that they prepare. So I'm sure there's a market for people that enjoy the spice. I think that
maybe just a little bit.
And I think that talking to Patsy today, which the reason why we're talking peppers, we're going to be talking with Patsy Coles from Sandia Seed Company. It can't have great flavor, though.
Well, no, exactly, right?
It's only
It's a novelty. Isn't it a novelty?
It's only spice.
No, wait a second. Habanero peppers have great flavor.
No, but they do have great flavor.
Don't tell me no.
But when they're really, really hot,
you get past the flavor.
But you don't eat it straight. You use it in cooking.
Right.
It's just like truffles. You want to bite into a truffle and say how good this is.
How did we get on truffles?
Well, because you just grate a little tiny bit of a truffle into
your
sauce.
I would imagine.
So the same thing with peppers. If you were making something, you put just a tiny bit in there.
Now that Carolina Reaper, if you took just a little bit, I'm sure you would taste it because it's that potent. It's that
I'm
strong.
sure you could lick it and it would probably.
I'm not licking the pepper.
I think that the Grim Reaper got his start because he ate one of those Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, are one of those over there, John, that you're looking at, Grim Reaper?
That's the Carolina Reaper.
Or the Carolina Reaper, I'm sorry.
And there's the
And there's also the
white
devil's
ghost.
tongue. The devil's tongue is over there.
Devil's tongue, yes.
There's a white boot jalokia.
Really?
Yeah.
A white boot jalokia. Say that right?
Yeah. Well, normally they're red. That used to be the world's hottest pepper.
That's the habanero, right?
Habanero.
What's the habanero?
The Butchalokia.
Is a habanero?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not?
Oh.
Oh, it's the ghost pepper.
Right.
Sorry.
I was confused too. Too many peppers in the studio.
Yeah.
Because John wanted to sing, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, we're all a pepper too.
Well, so you would have brought that music up.
You know who wrote that? Well, see, here we're getting off into another
Yeah, of course.
tangent.
Everybody knows who wrote that song.
Was it Barry
Barney?
Manilow?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. One of those guys, years ago wrote it. Yeah, Barney, exactly.
Barry Manilow did the Coke commercials.
Well, I know years ago I was in Las Vegas, and here's another name out of your past, John Davidson, who you'd have no idea who he is, Tiger.
Oh yeah, John.
But John Davidson.
He used to be on that show with Caterina Valente, and
he hosted Hollywood Squares for a while.
He did,
but he did a whole Vegas
show
act
with the.
There you go. See, I should have
kept
kept
talking.
talking.
Think of who the other guy is, the kind of chubby comedian, Dom DeLuise.
Okay.
Caterina Valente. I think it was called The Entertainers.
Well, he did a whole Las Vegas act where he sang nothing but commercials. Every commercial back from the 70s and 80s, his show was like, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, and sang all these. We're off in an entirely different tangent. Let's get back to the peppers. Let's get back to more John Bagnasco trivia.
So I will tell people, though, right now, we are going to be talking peppers. We're going to be talking some vegetables and stuff. Now, the reason why we can have these peppers in studio, though, is because it's too late to plant these peppers because now we're already harvesting. Peppers are a warm season crop, or a hot season crop, I should say, because they love the heat. They love the full sun and the heat. So, but this is a good time to start thinking about coming up, for fall vegetables, but then also next year, planning on what you're going to be doing and kind of things you're going to be growing, seeing what else is new. Like John had mentioned, you had mentioned, there's so many varieties of peppers now.
Yeah.
And over there at Sandy Assisi, she has over 100 varieties of pepper alone. And when you've got the white ghost pepper, you've got chocolate habanero peppers, you've got, all kinds of varieties. And they satisfy. The shishito pepper is a real popular right now, a pepper right now for a lot of restaurants because they prepare it just as they just put a little salt and pepper on it. They serve it as an appetizer. And that's a real hot, not real hot pepper. It's a trendy pepper at the moment.
Okay.
And that's kind of fun. So a lot going on.
Speaking of growing things, and I want to, pat us on the back because I picked up those Garden America seeds from you, Tiger, about a month or so ago. I had lettuce, spinach, cilantro, carrots. The cilantro has to be the best cilantro that I've ever tasted. My wife and I last night went out. We clipped some. We put it in our salad. Unbelievable.
That's the slow bolt one.
Very, very good. And that's our part of our seed line of Garden America seeds. Unbelievable. Just the best cilantro we've ever tasted.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're already. I mean, I can believe it, but
you should see
it seems like just yesterday you were planting that vegetable.
Well, it also says too, as we read up on it, that you don't want to let it get grow too much. Mm-hmm. So we're cutting it at about the right time. I'll take a picture and show you. It's huge, but so and you can smell it too. Great smell.
Take a pepper home and you can make us some salsa.
I could do that. Yeah. So we're going to be talking more about that when, John, toward the end of the year, next year, our Garden America seed line, or is that something we should even be discussing on the air live?
Well, you can buy seeds all year round.
Okay.
Now's the great time to put in fall vegetables. So, and if you go to Mission Hills Nursery, you can order the seeds from us online, or just go pick them up at Mission Hills.
If you live in San Diego, you can go to Mission Hills Nursery or order our seed line at gardenamerica.com. But again, our seed line is fantastic, and that the cilantro is unbelievable. So
if you live in the Chico area, you can go up to Hodges Nursery over in Durham.
There you go. Garden America. Good packaging, too. Looks real good. You can see the seeds, which I like.
Yeah, but now's a good time to put in your winter crops. You can put in radishes. All the root crops can go in now.
By the way, radish has grown about 24 hours, too. You can actually see the radish come up. It's that quick. Aren't they one of the more faster growing?
They are. They're really quick.
Yeah, if you want results quickly, a radish is a good one to plant.
Yeah, it's a great vegetable for kids to plant because they can see results quickly. But also time for peas, all the cole crops, which are things in the cabbage family, vegetables in the cabbage family.
Leafy greens, spinaches, chards.
Yeah, so now's a great time for planting. If you live in one of the southern states. If you're up in the Midwest or Northeast or Northwest, it's time to do what they say in Texas and hunker down.
Yeah, hunker down and get ready for winter.
Thursday was the autumnal equinox.
Yeah. First day of autumn, right?
Yeah. Yep. In San Diego, I think it was at right around 1:15 or something.
Yeah, about
like
1:15. I went outside and I things shook just a little bit. And I said, it's here, autumn.
You may have been feeling the aftershocks from the earthquake in Mexico.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly.
But, things don't shake. Oh. But we did, for one of the very few times in California, have fall weather for that period of time.
Yeah, it's
this
been
whole week. Yeah. Now, tomorrow it warms back up into the 80s and 90s for a week. Yeah.
I hope it cools off quickly. This has just been... listen to us complain here in California. We have about a 5-degree tolerance when it comes to temperature here, so we do apologize for our whining, especially if you live in other parts of the country. Okay, Facebook Live, we hope you're joining us. You can ask your questions and comments right there on Facebook. You can also call us at 855-424-9825. A lot of people still like to email John. That's John at GardenAmerica.com. And John, that quote of the week, we're going to take a break here, bring on our guest in just a very few minutes.
We're going to do the quote now?
Let's do the quote now, shall we? It's 15 after the hour.
All right. Let me find it here. I got to
scroll up.
Scroll up, not down. Okay, here's the quote. Going along with today's themes, Chipotles to me are one-of-a-kind pepper because they're smoked jalapenos. They're fiery and they're smoky. It's good to use chipotles in salads or soups or condiments. That works really well. To me, they always really pick up anything that you put them in. And that was from Chef Bobby Flay.
Ooh.
A quote or a comment?
Yeah. Or a plug for Chipotle.
Yeah, a plug for Chipotle. I'd like to see him eat a habanero. Here you go, Bobby. Chew on this for a while. Our guest is locked, loaded, and ready to go. And that's Patsy Cole. She's next after the break here on Garden America. We are talking peppers. So, again, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can post your questions, your comments right there. You can chat with each other. You can email us, john@gardenamerica.com, or pick up the phone. We still take phone calls, by the way, toll-free at 855-424-9825. Tiger Palafox, Bryan, Maine. John Bagnasco, welcome to your Saturday. It is Garden America.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well...
poetry or a biography and want to get your free author submission kit. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call.
888-785-0618. 888-785-0618. 888-785-0618. That's 888-785-0618.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Thank you so much. Your garden buddies are back. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. I'm Bryan Main. Thank you for watching us right there on Facebook. 21 minutes after the hour, 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com. Questions, comments, or Facebook as you watch us on Facebook Live. We are talking peppers, hot, spicy peppers, and somebody who knows a lot about peppers, Patsy Coles, is with us, Tiger, as we get into today's conversation.
So this morning we're going to be talking with Patsy Coles from Sandia Seed Company, and they specialize in just a wide variety of peppers. Now, we're talking sweet peppers, hot peppers, flavorful peppers, big peppers that you can stuff, that you can eat, that everything under the sun. Patsy, good morning. How's everything going?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing excellent. We got the pepper shipment here, and we in our studio right now, we have these peppers on display, and it's so fun to actually see these peppers in hand because, we hear about them in their Scoville units or their shape or their size or their flavor, but then actually have the pepper, it's pretty impressive. And just opening up some of these peppers that came in little plastic baggies, made my eyes water. I couldn't even touch them because some of them are so hot. But this is a really fun, company that you have that you get to work with all these varieties of vegetables.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can take them out of the baggies. They won't hurt you. Not until you bite into them.
They're not going to bite us, so we're okay if we touch them. Just don't touch our eyes afterwards, right?
Well, there's
right.
one.
Just don't.
There's one we don't have to take out because I think it melted through the bag already.
Oh.
The Carolina Reaper, the bag's just melted.
Oh, my goodness. The capsaicin oil is on the inside, so if you break them open, that's when they really get hot. You can actually smell them, and your eyes will burn. Even your skin will start sweating just looking at it.
You should wear gloves then, John.
I don't know if I want to touch them. I'll think about it. I'm more likely to touch these than I was the lizards and snakes last week. I'll tell you that. Hey, Patsy, I'm a little bit curious. How long has your company been in business, and how did you get started? What enticed you, or what made you think this is a great idea to come up with a company that sells pepper seeds?
Yeah, we've been in business for 10 years, and we're based in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And how it started was I wanted to grow some of the hatch green chilies that you can purchase in New Mexico that they're so famous for. And so I was looking for the Big Jim or the Joe Parker or whatever, and at that time you had to buy them by the 5-pound sack. So I thought, hey, what if I put these in seed packets? I want to be popular. And oh my goodness, in Albuquerque, everyone's like, oh, everyone wants these. This is great. So we grew from 6 different green chili varieties, and now we're to almost 100 different pepper varieties.
Wow.
From the sweet ones and the super hots and so forth.
And, in New Mexico, like you said, you're known for the hatch. And you're saying that you guys can only find them in the 5. How many seeds is a 5-pound bag of seed? That has to be thousands and thousands of seeds, right? I mean, who's going to go through that quantity?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no kidding. Absolutely. And some of them were in 50-pound sacks. So
oh my goodness.
It was not doable for the home gardener at that time.
So tell us a little bit about, number one, some of the cool varieties that you introduced and why they're known to be.
just seems like they're way too hot. But they're not grown to plain, right? They're used in cooking and in salsas, and at least I don't think people are going to sit there and eat Carolina Reapers plain.
Some people do, but mainly it's used to make, those YouTube videos where they
right.
You watch someone eat it and suffer and cry or have contests or whatever. But there are some folks that'll make salsa and eat the super hot salsa like every 2 weeks because of the endorphin rush. What happens is when something is so hot, your body tries to override it and releases a lot of endorphins. And some people get addicted to that feeling, so they make their Carolina Reaper every couple of weeks. They have to have it.
Wow. I can understand that. You would get a rush, but I would imagine also you want to be very careful if you're going to make a salsa or something else to just put just a little bit in. You're not going to put the whole pepper in, right?
Right. And you know what a really good one to do that with is the chocolate habanero. It's at about 300 to 400,000 Scoville. And that is my favorite flavor for salsa. And I just put in like half of a habanero in 6 cups of fresh salsa, finely minced, and it is so good. It's delicious.
And now when you're growing these peppers, obviously they all have their ratings as far as Scoville rating on how hot they're going to be. But is there a way to make them hotter, less hot? Is there a time to harvest them so you get the maximum, and then maybe harvest them early so you don't get them as hot? Is there things that people can do besides just grow them and harvest them? And,
how much control do you have over the Scoville units, right?
Exactly right. Well, each pepper is pre-programmed. Like your green bell pepper is not going to have the heat, but there are several things you can do. Lots of people do it with the hatch green chilies. Is you can stress them. What you do, you grow the plant, get it to flower and fruit. Then you begin stressing it by just completely letting it dry out, putting it on hot cement, definitely not fertilizing it.
Putting it on hot cement? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So is that
sun,
so? Like take a container pepper.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then put it on hot cement. I was like, wait a minute, do you harvest it and just throw it on the pavement?
Throw it on the old pavement right there. You're good to go.
No, I apologize. No. Yeah, if it is in a 5-gallon container, you can set it in a very hot spot and so forth. But and another thing is the green chili peppers, when you leave them on the plant, they do turn red. Oh. And usually that's a sweeter flavor. If you allow the green chili peppers to mature to red, they taste good. And
hey, Patsy, we got to jump in here and take a break. Hold that thought, Patsy. We've got a commercial break coming up. We do want to hear more as we talk peppers with Patsy Coles here this morning on Garden America. A very hot and spicy show. Going to take a break. 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com. We're going to step aside. Happy Saturday.
Whatever triggers your allergy symptoms, it can really hold you back. Break through with Allegra 5-in-1 Relief. Allegra works fast, won't make you drowsy, provides 24-hour multi-symptom relief, and it's effective every day. Break through allergy. Visit Allegra.com.
Of owning a business?
Dollars or more sitting around in a 401k. If you answered yes, it's time to invest in yourself by buying or
Starting a business or franchise. IRS code allows you to use money in a 401k to invest in a business with absolutely no penalties or taxes. At Guidant Financial, we've helped more than 11,000 entrepreneurs invest $3 billion in retirement assets into the small businesses and franchises of their dreams. So if you've got $50,000 or more in a 401k and you're looking for a way to start a business, call Guidant Financial now for free information and to learn more. Operators are standing by for your call. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630.
It's the Fall Home Garden Show this weekend at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. A festival of great ideas and products for your home all in one place at one time. time. Get free advice from professionals, benefit from special show prices, and enjoy free nonstop seminars. Start planning and make it happen at the Fall Home Garden Show this weekend at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. A festival of great ideas and products for your home all in one place at one time. Get free advice from professionals, benefit from special show prices, and enjoy free nonstop seminars.
National Funding Group has just released $100 million in easy access small business funding to businesses that gross at least $100,000 a year. You can have fast access up to $500,000 in new business capital in as little as 48 hours. Think about the ways you could grow your business if you had up to a $500,000 cash infusion. Call an NFG funding expert now. The process is easy. It only takes about 5 minutes. Then our management-owned lending team looks at your application for a fast approval. You can get 100% funded in about 2 days. If you need up to $500,000 in working capital to run your business and you gross at least $100,000 a year, call NFG and apply today. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. That's 800-296-1564.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-303-4607. 800-303-4607. Call now. 800-303-4607.
Or 9825 or john@gardenamerica.com.
It is 35 minutes after the hour, back here with Garden America, Tiger Palafox. I'm Bryan Main. Happy Saturday morning, along with John Bagnasco. Understand that we have some audio problems on Facebook Live coming and going. Our crack director, Tiger Palafox, is monitoring the audio, and we'll stay on that because a lot to say, not just to watch, but also to hear as we talk peppers this morning. And one of the questions we had was John, was it from Dana, the shelf life of peppers?
Yeah, and I think she wants to know maybe when they're picked, how long do you have before you use them? But then also I know a lot of these peppers can be dried and used much later. Is that right, Patsy?
The shelf life, you can extend it by not putting them in your refrigerator and breaking down the cells on the outer skin. So if you have them on your counter, they last a couple of weeks or whatever. But as far as preserving them, it depends on the thickness of the skin. Earlier you were talking about chipotle, and jalapenos have a thick skin, thick flesh. So that's why they're smoked over a wood fire and dried, and makes that great chipotle flavor. But other ones, the thinner ones, you've seen the red ristras where they hang all the red peppers on a long string.
Right.
You're drying your peppers for future use, and then you go ahead and when you're ready, you can make your red chili sauce out of those, and those stay good all year. Those are a really great way to dry peppers. You can also roast them and freeze them, so you'll always have, your frozen peppers.
Now,
so forth.
Now, hey, Patsy, real quick. Now, on preserving them, it's a really good way to do it because, we talk about some of these peppers, and you're only using a little bit, possibly, when you're going to actually use it. Right. So you're not using the whole pepper. But a pepper plant can be really productive and yield a large volume. So but at the same time, peppers only grow during the warm months out of the year. So for a lot of people that are out there and they are going to grow a pepper, it's good to harvest it, preserve it like you're saying, whether it's to dry it or freeze it, because you're going to get, what do you think on a classic habanero pepper plant? How many habaneros do you think a person should be able to yield from that?
Oh my goodness. They are heavy producers. I'm thinking 50, 60.
Wow.
If you continue to pick the mature ones, they keep flowering and fruiting over the whole season.
Yeah, so if you've got 50 peppers coming off of one plant, that's going to easily last you through the whole year.
Yeah.
For all your salsas, for all your cooking, just off of one plant. It's really a good yielding plant.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can infuse oil with hot peppers, or you can infuse alcohol or whatever. People put it in vodka for a week, and then they drink.
Wow.
Put a new term to firewater right there. Huh?
Exactly.
Absolutely. They have all the different flavors. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, on our website, we have 5 different jalapenos, and I'm excited this year we're offering the New Mex Lemon Spice jalapeno. That's a yellow one. They're starting to make them in different colors, like purple, yellow, so forth. So
you said that's called New Mex Lemon Spice? New Mex Lemon Spice?
Lemon Spice jalapeno, and it's bright yellow. It's beautiful. It's going to be great for cooking and everything.
And now jalapenos are red and green also, right?
Absolutely. They usually are green, and then you can use them at that stage, or they fully mature to red, and then you can pick them, and that's the great time to smoke them and dry them at the red stage.
A lot of people don't realize that a green pepper is called green because it's not ripe. And
exactly.
Right,
yeah.
and when they're ripe, they turn red, just like green olives are unripe olives, but they're black when they're ripe. So green pepper's not really just the color, it's the stage.
It's not
also.
ripe yet. Okay.
Right.
Yep, usually.
Hey,
and,
Patsy, I was just going to ask, you said that you have 4 varieties of jalapenos, and somebody's asking about milder peppers, and of course the bell peppers are all sweet, so there's no heat to those at all. But there are versions of hot peppers without the heat that still have the flavor, and I don't know if you carry it, but our #1 selling pepper this year was the habanada.
Yes, that is so awesome. A habanero with no heat, and then you get all the habanero flavor. And so that is just awesome. You guys have the habanado, and we offer the New Mex Trick or Treat, and it's so flavorful. It is so delicious. So what you can do is you can make a habanero salsa with like 6 of the no-heat habaneros, and then just add like half of a hot one. Get all that flavor. It's like the best invention, because for the longest time I'm like, why would you want a habanero with no heat? I just didn't understand.
Right.
But you do.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people love the habanero flavor, but not
Just
so
can't
much
take
the
the
heat.
So of all these peppers that we have here today and the ones we're talking about, just for the person who doesn't have a whole lot of experience, what would be some of the better peppers to cook with or make salsa, Patsy?
Well, the ones that you don't have to roast, like the Serrano, that would make a nice salsa. I don't know. The Anaheim is a very mild green chili. The Fresno, that has great flavor. earlier you were talking about the shishito. That one is a fun one, but that one is sweet. And you can go in your garden, pick 15 of them off the plant, and just fry them in oil and salt them and just eat them right then. That is the greatest thing. I don't know. We just have so many.
I know there are
really
tons
is
of
a
them.
pepper for everyone, which is the fun thing, because when you can cross the barrier from sweet to hot all within one plant or one plant variety, it gives you a lot of versatility. And then, like I'm saying, when they're such heavy producing plants, if you put 3 or 4 peppers in your garden, number one, they stay compact. So when you grow a tomato, sometimes those tomatoes can take over the whole garden, which can be a little bit difficult.
Sure.
But peppers are little bushes.
Peppers are going to stay right there.
And so you put 3 or 4 varieties, and all you need is one of each variety, because as she said, they're going to yield sometimes 50 peppers that, depending on what you're cooking that night, you're always going to have something there ready to go for you. So it's a lot of fun to be able to cross that. Now, when should people start anticipating planting their peppers for the most part? Now, remember, we have listeners all across the nation, so if you can kind of give us some different regions and when they maybe want to start putting some of these seeds in the ground, that'd be wonderful.
Right, exactly. And it does depend on your first freeze of the spring. And what you want is your soil to be warmed up to no lower than 55 degrees at night before you transplant your pepper seedlings. So what you're going to do is start your seeds 8 to 10 weeks prior to the transplant date, and you start them in a seedling mix in a tray on a warm seedling mat, and that's the key to success to germinating your peppers. And you keep them warm at 80, 85 degrees continuously until they germinate. And then what you can do is, the best thing is to make sure you have a solid roots going before you transplant them. So you might want to bump them into little 4-inch pots and get them going really strong with at least 6 leaves, and then transplant them outside when your soil begins to warm. I don't know the different regions, but in Albuquerque, if you can transplant them April 15th, and they'll just sit there in this animated state. Or you can transplant them May 15th, and then they take off. So definitely like the warm weather.
And is there any fertilizer tips that people should have? I mean, are peppers a nitrogen lover, or are they just kind of an all-purpose fertilizer?
Yeah.
What kind of fertilizer should people use to get their peppers growing?
Yeah, actually, you want to be careful with the nitrogen, because they just love it, and they will grow into a full foliage bush and not think about flowering. So you start out with a balanced, fertilizer like a 5-5-5, and then what happens when they begin to flower, you can give them the phosphorus, the middle number. You can increase that to produce more flowers and fruiting. And then once they have set the fruit, you probably do want to, you don't really have to fertilize at that point. You want them to put all their production into the fruit, the pepper, because their main goal is to reproduce, so they're going to be concentrating on that.
Tiger said that peppers are nice, compact plants, and for the most part they are, but I've noticed on some of the varieties of the hot peppers especially, maybe it's more the Asian type, but the plants get to be pretty big. I've had peppers anyway that I've grown where the plants were about 4 feet tall. But anyway, we'll ask Patsy to comment on that as soon as we get back from this break.
We've got one more segment, right? One more segment. We'll wrap things up with our guest Patsy Coles here as we take a break and return. Again, 855-424-9825. Whatever questions or comments you have, you can also hit us up on Facebook Live with those questions and comments. Also chat with each other. Another way is john@gardenamerica.com. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Mann. Going to take a break, coming right back and wrap things up with Patsy Coles. Stay with us.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-979-0166. 800-979-0166. 800-979-0166. 800-979-0166.
This is Morgan Freeman, executive producer of the documentary film The C Word. And I'm here to tell you that defeating cancer takes breakthroughs. Let's be the breakthrough.
Please talk to your healthcare provider about appropriate screenings and clinical trials that may be right for you.
See all the possibilities at the Fall Home Garden Show this weekend at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. A festival of great ideas and products for your home and yard in one place at one time. Ask the experts in all the different trades and get special low show prices and free nonstop seminars. It's the Fall Home Garden Show this weekend at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. A festival of great ideas and products for your home all in one place at one time. Get free advice from professionals, benefit from special show prices, and enjoy free nonstop seminars. Start planning and make it happen at the Fall Home Garden Show this weekend at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. A festival of great ideas and products for your home all in one place at one time. Get free advice from professionals, benefit from special show prices, and enjoy free nonstop seminars.
And consider buying an annuity in the next 60 days for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-935-0752 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-935-0752. That's 800-935-0752. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-521-9579 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-521-9579 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-521-9579. That's 1-800-521-9579. Again, 1-800-521-9579.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people with credit card debt. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, the first step is yours. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-350-3241. 800-350-3241. That's 800-350-3241. Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission. License number DC 32.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at GardenAmerica.com.
It's been a quick hour. We have one more segment coming up here, Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. It is 51 minutes after the hour, talking peppers with our guest, and we're going to ask maybe a question or two, wrap things up, Tiger. And, boy, a lot of people wondering about peppers and the shelf life and how to cook them and put them in salsa, and there are just so many ways to go.
Yeah. You know, just prior to the break, though, we were talking to Patsy about the size of some of the pepper plants because Tiger had mentioned how nice and compact there were, but...
and John likes to challenge me.
Well, no, but I've seen some types that get a little bit taller, so I thought that we would talk to the expert and ask Patsy what her experience is.
Yeah, about the average size is about 3 feet tall and 3 foot wide, but there are differences like the chili tapine or the tapine. Peppers are perennials, and so if you're in a frost-free area, they'll continue to grow, and that one can get up to 6 feet tall and wide.
6 feet?
And then there are ornamentals. Yeah, the ornamental peppers, if you're having an accent on your patio or in your landscape, they can get 2 feet tall, and they're just beautiful with all the colors on them, and they hold the peppers a long time. But they're smaller. They're all different.
I just thought of a pepper that I haven't thought of for a while, and wondered if you knew anything about the fish pepper. And don't feel bad if you don't.
I do not.
Okay.
Oh, okay, John. Well, John enlighten us on the fish pepper.
It's a mottled green pepper.
Right.
I have grown it. I didn't get much flavor, but you could tell me about it.
Well, no, I really don't know that much about it because I've never tasted it, but it is the plant itself is variegated. And
yeah, it's a beautiful plant.
Right, and it was used during slave times down south because they would the fish that wasn't fit for the people in the plantation house was served to the slaves, and obviously the pepper or the flavor wasn't the best, so they covered it with this pepper. And that's why it was called the fish pepper.
Yeah, look at that little history lesson on the fish pepper.
And since Patsy said it didn't have a lot of flavor, they basically took a bad flavor and coated it with a mediocre flavor.
Well, the flavor depends on what you're comparing it to. If you're comparing it to Carolina Reaper, there's not much flavor, but probably better than smelly fish.
Say, Patsy, before we leave you real quick, I want to ask you, though, since working with all of these peppers, obviously, you got brought into it by having the green hatch and the hatch peppers. So what's your number one favorite heat pepper that you like for heat?
Ooh, well, earlier I said the chocolate habanero. That one is delicious. I like the Scotch bonnet yellow. That one's really good. My favorite pepper is the Chimayo. It's a landrace chili from Chimayo, New Mexico, and it makes the best red chili sauce. It starts out sweet flavor, and then there's a mild heat, and your lips get hot, and so the Chimayo is delicious for red chili.
Perfect.
That's probably my favorite all-time pepper.
And if people want to go and get your seeds, they can go to sandiaseed.com, correct? And you ship year-round?
Right. Yes, we do.
So if you want to get the Chimayo seed package right now, they can go right to their website and order them.
And perfect stocking stuffers, looking at the seed packs, if you happen to be on Facebook and you can see her seed packages, they fit in a stocking just right.
You're talking Christmas already, John, aren't you?
Hey, everyone else is.
You've got to plan early for Christmas, for gardeners anyway.
Yeah.
That's right, and they're packed for the 2018 growing season.
All right,
so they are a good gift.
Yeah, and they're only $3.99, $2.49. So, listeners out there, if you're interested in some fun peppers, go to sandiaseed.com. Patsy, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. And how's the weather out there in Albuquerque?
And Saturday too, for that matter.
Oh,
have a good rest of your Saturday and Sunday. Have a good weekend.
Beautiful. It's beautiful outside. 75 today. It's going to be great.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us. You betcha.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tiger, the website again was?
sandiaseed.com.
And spell that, Sandia?
Sandia.
Okay.
Seed.
And that's where you go for all those peppers, and we have a variety here. What are we going to do with these peppers after the show?
I'm going to make you eat them every single
I would
one,
almost
at once.
I would be tempted to take some of them and cut off just a little bit and make it into a salsa or something to where I feel safe enough to where I'm not going to have to go to the hospital and burn my mouth up.
I think we should cut a little piece off and then each one of us just see what it tastes like.
Grab the one right by you, the closest one. That's not a bad pepper. What is that one there? That's the Hatch, right?
Yeah, that's the Hatch Green.
Extra
hot.
Extra hot. Let me see that.
Yeah,
but only 10,000 Scovilles.
Compared to the Carolina Reaper, which is how much?
2 million.
2 million. Okay, well.
Now, she said that the red.
Yeah, I'll take the green then.
No, the red, she said, was a little milder, right?
No, she said the reds were hotter.
Now, the green just means it hasn't come to fruition yet, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Hasn't ripened yet.
Has to come to fruition or you wouldn't have a fruit.
So it comes to fruition first and then it ripens. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
It's fruition first. I saw that T-shirt that you were wearing last week.
Fruition first?
Fruition first.
FF.
What do you think? What is it?
It's extra hot.
And you actually bit it?
I took a piece off, yeah.
But try the red one. I don't think the red one is
Give me a minute.
It's really bad, huh?
Do you want
it's not really bad. It's a spicy bell pepper. It's a spicy bell pepper. All right. Yeah. So
well, I don't know. You know what?
Don't forget Tiger's Hispanic, and he can eat things you can't.
Brian says he likes.
I do. It smells good.
Peppers. There's really good flavor. There's definitely good flavor. It is spicy. It's not unbearable. But
try this red one.
Give me a minute already.
We should have brought milk in here today.
I know. That's my biggest fear is that I'm going to be on here and be choking.
How do you feel? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah. No,
it's not that bad.
No, it's not bad. It goes away. But it's got really good flavor. And so that was the Hatch extra hot. So what would that be? Maybe like the Miss Junie or the Barker's hot Hatch pepper. Now, John, why is it that New Mexico is Hatch pepper? That's what you hear about New Mexico's getting their Hatch peppers. Why that zone? Do you know?
Well, first of all, the hot, dry areas are great for growing chili peppers, right? So it's something they developed there, and it probably goes back to indigenous people's time, I would imagine. But to be honest, I really didn't know about Hatch peppers until today.
I just tried the red one.
Is that worse than the green? Hotter?
It's not as hot,
It's not as hot. It's sweet. It's sweeter.
I told you.
Hey, we're going to take a break.
But it did just go down my throat really hot.
We're going to do some pepper tasting during the break. We are back at 6 minutes after. Thank you for watching us and joining us on Facebook Live. Come back and see if Tiger and myself survive.
Get some water.
We've got news coming up, and we are back at 6 minutes after. Stay with us here on Garden America.
The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or service. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or at biztalkradio.com. Biz Talk Radio.
USA Radio News with Jason Wirt.
I will always defend America's interest above all else. I'm here for you. I'm not here for global interest. We're not here for the rest of the globe.
President Trump appearing in Alabama last night to support Senator Luther Strange, who is in a primary runoff against candidate Roy Moore. Moore currently leading in the polls and has drawn the endorsement of heavy hitters like Sarah Palin. Alabama voters go to the polls on Tuesday. Senator John McCain is siding with Democrats in saving Obamacare. McCain announced he will not be voting for the new Senate Republican health care bill aimed to repeal parts of Obamacare. McCain's actions being seen as a bit of a surprise because of his close relationship with the bill's co-sponsor, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. This summer, McCain saved Obamacare by casting a no vote on the previous Senate Republican health care bill. USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Pre-1933.com. I've been the single biggest BBB, backer, believer, and buyer of gold for over 15 years, but now I found a better way to buy gold. I found the Uber of gold. This company, Pre-1933.com, will forever change the way gold is sold. Pre-1933.com is a wholesaler of Pre-1933 gold. They have no salesman, zero commission, prices no one can compete with. Call 855-PRE-1933. That's toll free, 855-773-1933, or go to Pre-1933.com.
Everyone loves liberty, so why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your health care? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their health care. Stop letting others tell you what to do. Call us at 855-50.
Nerves. 94-year-old Roscoe Kerr Jr. joined the 28th Medical Depot Company when he was 19. He was in a crash and spent several months in the hospital before being discharged. For decades, Kerr felt like he was never part of the greatest generation because he was never officially recognized. Kerr's son-in-law wrote to the Department of Defense to try to get his medals. Unfortunately, they told him a fire at the National Record Center in St. Louis in 1973 destroyed all of Kerr's records. The family was able to find his last military pay stub confirming his service. Thursday, a retired colonel made the trip to Louisville, Kentucky to present Kerr his 5 medals.
The children of comedian Jerry Lewis are not finding his will very funny as he deliberately snubbed his sons by name.
That's according to the Blast.com. The website reports the comedy legend and host of the Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon signed a last will and testament in 2012 that excluded each son by name. According to the will, Lewis wrote, "It being my intention, they shall receive no benefits." Lewis was 91 when he died last month in Las Vegas from heart failure.
Iran is testing a new ballistic missile capable of carrying multiple warheads. The country's state-run broadcaster says Iran released footage of a successful test launch of the missile a few hours after it was unveiled during a military parade in Tehran. The report said the missile has a range of over 1,200 miles and will be operational in the near future. During Friday's parade, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said Tehran would press ahead with strengthening missile capabilities. USA Radio News.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1769. 855-325-1769. That's 855-325-1769.
Welcome to the Garden America Radio Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to talk about gardening, horticulture, in fact, anything that has to do in the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or send us your questions and comments to john@gardenamerica.com. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on Biz Talk Radio and the Garden America Radio Network.
It is 6 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to our second hour here of the Garden America Radio Show, and probably the worst break that I've ever had. And I say the worst break in terms of...
Sorry for laughing.
You can laugh at me because I took a bite of the red one right before the end of the last... Was it during the break? When did I do that?
Yeah, it was it was right at the beginning of the break. You took a bite of the red hatch pepper.
And I enjoy our breaks at the top of the hour. But I didn't enjoy this break because I guess I'm a wuss. I have to admit. That was 10,000 Scovilles.
Yes.
And I had the hiccups. I had to drink water. My eyes were watering, and I'm still getting over it. So obviously, it has to be within your tolerance, your built-in tolerance to be able to eat hot peppers. Because you said that was only 10,000.
Yeah.
And you had no problem with it, right?
Only 10,000, though, but still 10 times hotter than a jalapeno.
So that just sent me right to the bathroom. I was spitting. I was drinking water. I was sweaty. My eyes were watering. I'm getting better now.
Yeah.
But it stays with me.
Yeah.
So that's probably the hottest pepper that I've ever had.
Okay.
So that's and that was not a fun experience.
And yeah, it's only 10,000 when you're comparing.
But now Tiger ate. There's two forms of it: a green and a red. And the red was the milder one.
So I had the milder one. You had the hotter one.
He ate the green.
I had 10,000, and you had like 6,000.
And you're fine. That's what I'm saying.
But he did say they were hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it must be. I don't think it's a choice whether you can tolerate it or not. I think it's just, it's built into your DNA whether you can, eat a hot pepper.
And maybe that's why. I asked John why hatch peppers are so popular in New Mexico, and maybe that's why. It's built into their DNA there in New Mexico to be able to eat hot peppers over there.
I do believe that it's something built in as far as your tolerance, and it just like, food affects people differently, various types of drugs affect people differently. I think this is the same thing, that my tolerance is probably 500 Scovilles at the most. Man, that was hot.
But now what if that was in a salsa?
Oh, that'd be delicious.
And you weren't just eating it straight, but it was mixed with the salsa.
Some tomatoes, some cilantro.
It would definitely, be less harsh, but I would be very careful how thick I would cut the pepper and how many I would put into my salsa.
And seeds.
I took a bite of the one that you took a bite of, and I couldn't taste it at all, but my lips are still tingling.
Yeah, my lips are tingling, too.
Yeah.
So that was... And you said it was sweeter. I think you know what? You tricked me.
I tricked you.
Here, try the red one. It's sweeter. All I thought about was, it's sweeter. Don't
piece of cake.
Don't try the green one. Try the red one. It's a lot sweeter. So that was my experience during the break. And I'm getting better now. The hiccups are gone. And I've got my little Ritz peanut butter crackers here to hopefully quell the heat in my mouth and my throat right now. Okay, we are back. It is Garden America, second hour, 855-424-9825 here on Biz Talk Radio. Also, questions, comments right there on Facebook Live. You can also email us, john@gardenamerica.com. Do we have any emails, John?
Did you get that answer to that Facebook question?
Which one?
The Tepa pepper.
Oh, the Tapin pepper. I think she wanted to know where they were native to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're native to southern North America, like in maybe some of the southern states, but then down into Mexico and the northern part of South America.
So actually really close to our region then here in San Diego.
Yeah, and they're little tiny chili peppers. And Patsy was mentioning how that some of those would live over.
Uh-huh.
And I had one, and I'm not sure where it came from. Maybe just a wild seed. But it came up in a 15-gallon container that I had. And it grew to be about 6 to 7 feet tall and was loaded with peppers. I never ate any of them because I wasn't quite sure.
I think, you know what? I've come to the conclusion I'm more of a peppercini.
Well, you know, a Tapin pepper, now this one that you tasted was 10,000 Scoville units.
Right.
Tapin peppers are 50 to 100,000.
I can't even imagine that. Who could tolerate that? I am going to go on Facebook and watch some of these crazy people.
Oh, you definitely need to watch the Carolina Reaper guys. That was hilarious.
Now, does anybody able to eat one of those and just go, not bad, and walk away? I can't imagine that. That's got to affect you big time.
Yeah, I think those are just too hot.
What's the hottest pepper there is, right, that we know of?
Right.
Yep.
And the Butchalokia, which came from India, was the hottest one known, and that was 1 million Scoville units. That was about, I'm trying to think now, maybe 10 to 15 years ago.
I was going to say 10 years ago. Mm-hmm.
And so now Carolina Reaper, which just came out in the last few years, is double that.
Wow.
At 2 million. And they'll just keep going hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
People think that's fun.
Yeah, people think it's fun or funny.
You know, one of the things we didn't mention is that because we sell Butchalokia seeds at Garden America.
Right.
And when we have those in bulk quantities, and they have to be, they're hand packaged. They're not packaged by machine. And the people that package them have to wear gloves and goggles.
I was going to say, of course.
And masks, because they don't want the pepper dust to go up into their nose.
Wow.
So you do have to be careful with that.
So now where can people find some of our, we've had people ask us, we talk about our seeds. Where can they find our seeds, John?
No, just go to gardenamerica.com, and all our varieties are listed there.
Okay.
They're shipped out the same week that you order them.
Okay.
The minimum order, though, is 5 packages. If you want 1 or 2 or 3 packages, like we said, if you're in San Diego, go to Mission Hills Nursery.
Right.
Or I got a brain freeze there for a second. Go up to Durham Nursery, to Hodges Nursery.
Right. And I got my seeds from Tiger at Mission Hills Nursery, and I can attest that what I bought, doing fantastic. The carrots, the spinach, the cilantro.
You could probably plant arugula.
And the lettuce.
Do you like arugula?
Is that a country? I think I have room probably. Why do you think I would like it? Why do you think I should?
I think arugula is great in a salad because it's got that nutty flavor.
Nutty.
You were talking.
Love nutty flavor.
You were talking about how some of the lettuces, like iceberg lettuce, had no flavor at all. You just like the crunch.
Well, no nutritional value, right? I mean,
yeah.
For the most part.
No flavor, no nutritional value. But
I do like the crunch. The crunch is good, right. And you're talking about the arugula.
You know, that's one of the reasons why kale is so good for you, because it's genetically closer to the wild herb than any of the lettuces are. All the lettuces have been bred over the years to have different flavors and different growth characteristics. But the kale is probably the most genetically ancient of the leaf vegetables that we plant. And usually the older something is, and the closer it is to the wild species, the more nutrients there are in that plant.
Yeah, and kale is very good for you too, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of nutritional value in kale.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah. Repeating that for those that just joined us. That's what John said. Okay, any email questions, John, at John@GardenAmerica.com.
I'll take a look, though.
Also on Facebook, if you see anything, questions, comments, you can also pick up the phone, call us at 855-424-9825.
I think I mentioned that if you do get our newsletter, that we do have a link to the Sandia Seed Company. You can go and look at Patsy's collection of vegetable seeds there, mainly peppers and some heirloom tomatoes. But there's also a link to her 4 simple steps on how to make a hot pepper-infused vodka. Again, it might seem early, but talking about ideas for Christmas gifts.
Right.
So since that is in our newsletter, I also wanted to mention, because you brought it up, that you thought I was promoting the use of cigars and cigarettes.
Well, I read your article in the newsletter this week, and actually it was very good. It was a history of tobacco and how we saved money by growing our own tobacco in, what was it, Virginia, instead of importing European tobacco?
Yeah, the reason that I wrote the article, though, is because when packaged cigarettes first came out around the turn of the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, they were in flimsy paper packs, and they were hard to hold together. So they stuck a piece of cardboard in to give some substance to the package. And they quickly got the idea that, hey, we could make little trading cards out of these. And there were a lot of gardening ones in there. The Will's cigarettes out of England had, I think it was 1912 and 1913, had a series of roses, up to 100 different varieties of roses pictured on those cards, and then the back told you a little bit about the rose. And now those are collector's items.
Rose cards with cigarettes.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that when we come back from the break. 16 after, 855-424-9825. Also, John at GardenAmerica.com, your questions and comments. And also, welcome to Facebook Live. This is our second hour. Tiger Palafox, Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco. Welcome to Garden America on your Saturday.
If you're suffering from hearing loss, stay tuned for a special offer from the makers of Listen Clear, a revolutionary hearing aid breakthrough designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. Right now, you can try Listen Clear hearing aid absolutely free for 45 days. You can also qualify for free shipping and free batteries for life. Listen Clear hearing aids are so lightweight and comfortable, you can wear them all day long. They're practically invisible, too, so others won't even notice you're wearing them. And the best part is, you'll be able to hear almost everything, everywhere. So do something about your hearing loss. Call Listen Clear now to get started with your 45-day risk-free hearing aid trial. This special offer won't be available for long, so call Listen Clear now.
800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. We're here 24 hours a day to help. That's 800-716-4650.
Do you have insects on your roses? Do you have borers damaging your trees and shrubs due to stress or the drought? This is Tiger Palafox with Garden America Radio. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench is a great product that will give you season-long protection against many insects. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench can act as a preventer or a curative for insects that suck, chew, or bore on your plants. This may be the easiest product to use. Simply measure, mix in a bucket, and pour around the base of the tree. One application can last up to a full year. Protect your trees with Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench. Find it at your local independent nursery or fertilome.com.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases, including Zika virus, West Nile virus, and dengue fever. Use Summit Mosquito Dunks to kill mosquitoes before they become disease-spreading pests. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, birds, or other wildlife. Mosquito Dunks are available at fine garden centers and hardware stores.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people with credit card debt. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, the first step is yours. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-463-1749. 800-463-1749. That's 800-463-1749. Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM19, Oregon DM80031. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission. License number DC32.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
Time heals all peppers, or at least the effects of all peppers.
Back.
I'm feeling better. Yes, indeed. We are back here at Garden America. Thank you for joining us at 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com.
Now, Patsy was talking about that, what was it, an endorphin rush?
Yeah, he's invigorated right now.
Now I am.
You feel good.
I feel good now. The first 20 minutes.
And you know what? Next time
was
you're going to want
tough.
a little bigger bite.
You know what?
You got to eat the whole pepper next time.
Won't be long, right, before
I think there is a little bit of a rush, though, now, because I'm over the
pain.
The sweltering heat in my mouth.
Peppers are loaded with vitamin C, by the way.
That's why my nose cleared up so quickly.
There you go.
Everything, my sinuses are clear. It's all good now. And that red one that I ate, what was the name of that one, Tiger?
It was one of the hatch peppers, extra hot.
Extra hot, see?
Yeah, it just said extra hot. I don't know. There's a couple that she has listed for extra hot, but it was one of the hatch peppers.
So you might want to try the mild one next.
Well, so Patsy mentioned on Facebook, glad you're enjoying the peppers, and I had written that I made a mistake and ate a pepper, and I don't want her to be misled. No, a good pepper, just very hot. Too hot for me, and extra hot. And you said next time try the milder one, right, John?
Yeah, there's milder hatch peppers.
Yep.
Hey, we got some emails. Should we cover a few of them?
Let's cover some emails, you betcha.
Okay. This is from our buddy Steve in Simi Valley. He says, "Hello, garden buddies. I'm trying a habanada pepper plant, and if there was a contest on the slowest growing plant, I would be the world's first place winner."
That's great. Slow growing, is that the norm, John?
You know, I don't think they are that slow growing, but they really like the heat. So I'm wondering, and Steve...
Oh, he's got the heat.
He's in Simi Valley, so he should have the heat.
Yeah, but it depends on when he planted it, too, because like Patsy mentioned...
Oh, because now we're having cool nights.
Yeah, that if, she said back in New Mexico, if you plant it in April, it'll sit around for a month, but if you plant it in May, it'll take off right away. So it could have been, if he's planted it late, now it might not be growing, right?
It's possible.
Right? Am I right?
Possible.
Yeah.
Did you read Rick's question and comment on Facebook?
It's about the NPK, about the flowering?
Yes.
Yeah. So he had made a comment that if she had mentioned that when it begins to flower to maybe not use such a strong nitrogen fertilizer because you want to have the plant focus on flowering.
And nitrogen's not their friend.
Right. And then maybe pump it with a little bit more phosphorus. And he had made the comment, if you have a good organic blend in your soil, you shouldn't need to do that, which is what John has always preached as well, that plants will take, as long as you provide it in the soil, plants will take up what they need.
They're not going to take more than they need.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not going to keep eating after you're full.
Well, they will take more than they need.
They will?
That's why chemical fertilizers are not good for plants.
Interesting.
Because,
well, chemical fertilizers, right.
Right. Yeah. They're not going to take more than they need from natural soils.
Right.
You're not going to get unusual growth. But
and then the one thing I will say to defend Patsy, it sounds like she grows a lot in containers. So maybe she's using
containers are different.
Maybe she's using some fertilizers more towards containers. That's why she mentioned that. But in the ground, it's true. If you have a good blend of soil already in a planter box or bed, you should be okay just with an all-purpose fertilizer.
Hey, let's go to Ken. Ken in the Central Valley, who's actually picked up the phone and called us. How about that?
Hey,
855-424-9825. Ken, Central Valley, thank you for the call. How can we help you, my friend?
Yeah, hello.
Hello there, Ken.
Yeah, I enjoy the peppers, too. I grow habaneros and Thai dragons and things like that.
Ooh.
And you're right. For a cold, some Thai dragons and some chicken soup, that'll clear your sinuses right out.
Absolutely. Yeah, one little bite of what I had earlier this morning, and I'm clear as a bell.
That's right.
What can we do for you?
What I'd actually called about is I have sago palms, and I'm growing some of those in pots. But I've got some that are getting big, and they're going to outgrow the pots. And I'm wondering when the best time to transplant them is. They're just finishing putting out their last set of shoots for this year, leaves for this year, as near as I can tell.
You can transplant them any time after the new leaves have hardened. You know, when the new leaves come out, they're really soft. And once those have hardened, then it's okay to go ahead and transplant them. And then the other thing to remember when you transplant, they're not palms, they're actually cycads, but their common name is sago palm, that cycads are geotropic. So when you do transplant them, you want to make sure that it's in the exact same direction that it was before you moved it. If not, then when you transplant it, the second or the next set of leaves might come out and be twisted. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you know how they
so mark
Ken,
the
what
pot,
he's
so
talking
whether
about is they
it's north or
tilt.
south.
Yeah, you know what I do if I'm going to move something, even if it's in a pot or if I'm digging it up out of the ground and I'm going to move one of those, I usually just take a clothespin and clip it on to the end that faces south or north. You could do it any direction. Just remember, hey, when you go to move it, make sure that this is facing south again.
Yeah, just put a little S or an N on the clothespin.
You could do that.
But,
Not sure that's necessary.
Yeah, also you're going to get a lot of pups and whatnot, so the pups won't matter. But, I didn't even think about that having to be – that's like cactus. Cactus don't like to be turned around either, do they?
A lot of people don't like to be turned around. Same way with plants.
Exactly.
Yeah, I also grow stovepipe cactus.
Oh.
And
well, there you go.
Well, I grow a little bit of everything. Oh, yeah, I also want to transplant some limequats and just kumquat trees.
Okay, the time to do that is you're in the Central Valley?
Yeah, and they have some of them still have blossoms on them, and some of them are just now starting to produce fruit.
Yeah, and are they in the ground or in pots?
They're in pots.
Okay, the best time to do that would be probably around mid to late March. You could do it now if you're going from a pot. You definitely wouldn't want to move it from the ground, but I think that mid to late March would be better. The problem with doing it now is that on citrus, when they get moved from a pot into the ground, they have a lot more soil available to them. The roots start to grow, and sometimes you get a flush of growth, and that can be killed if we have a cold winter or freeze. But if you have to transplant them now, even if you do have a freeze, you just clip back the parts that died during the winter.
I'm probably just going to try and put them into larger pots so they have more room to grow, but I'll probably try and still keep them in pots. I don't have to worry about direction on those, do I?
Nope.
Well,
no.
Wouldn't hurt, though, I suppose.
Well, it wouldn't hurt, but since you bring it up, if you're in an area that has hot summer suns and you change the direction of a tree where the bark is exposed to the sun, and you take the north side of the tree and now have it facing south, that north side's never gotten that sun, and you can get sunburn on the bark, which is why you see a lot of, in hot air, you see a lot of citrus with the white paint on the trunks.
Hey, Ken, we're going to take a break. Did that answer your question?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
No questions?
I'll call
You
back
betcha.
again if I have some more.
Okay, Ken, yeah, we'll do that. Or I should say, you do. We'll take your calls. See, the pepper effect is still with me. Can't think, can't talk. We're going to take a break. It is Garden America. As we approach 30 minutes after the hour, John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main. Tiger Palafox here on Biz Talk Radio. Coming right back.
Hurricane Harvey brought terrible destruction, but it also brought out the best in humanity.
As former presidents, we want to help our fellow Americans begin to recover.
Our friends in Texas, including Presidents Bush 41 and 43, are doing just that.
People are hurting down here, but as one Texan put it, we've got more love in Texas than water.
We love you, Texas.
Donate to oneamericaappeal.org. We are all in this together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes business owners and entrepreneurs don't follow a traditional schedule. Well, that's where Biz TV's Biz Club can work for you on your time. For only $5.95 a month, you can have over 200 hours of our fresh, original content on demand, anywhere, anytime. And with our search feature, you can quickly and easily find the topic or show you're looking for in seconds. Sign up today and see what you've been missing. Free for 7 days. Join the Biz Club. It's Biz TV. On your time.
Hi, I'm Joan London. If you're worried about your parent or loved one living alone, like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service.
Finding an apartment that was on the courtyard with the view of the trees, the view of the ducks, the stream, the creek, all of that, that was what I needed.
You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. Here's the number.
To speak to a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-506-0320. That's 800-506-0320.
A Place for Mom is a free service, and you can trust them to help you. So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
To speak to a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-506-0320. That's 800-506-0320.
National Funding Group has just released $100 million in easy access small business funding to businesses that gross at least $100,000 a year. You can have fast access up to $500,000 in new business capital in as little as 48 hours. Think about the ways you could grow your business if you had up to a $500,000 cash infusion. Call a NFG funding expert now. The process is easy. It only takes about 5 minutes. Then our management-owned lending team looks at your application for a fast approval. You can get 100% funded in about 2 days. If you need up to $500,000 in working capital to run your business and you gross at least $100,000 a year, call NFG and apply today. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. That's 800-296-1564.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-595-6619. That's 800-595-6619. Again, 800-595-6619.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And a lot going on, a lot to cover in the next 25 minutes or so. Your questions and comments on Facebook. And, of course, John at gardenamerica.com. We'll briefly talk about our rose auction coming up and, of course, our trip to England. But, John, you have some more email questions we need to get to, and then we'll check out Facebook Live.
All right. This question's from Rick in Grants Pass, Oregon. And he says, how long do pepper plants live? He says he's had Tapin peppers live until he took them out years later. And we were talking during the break about one that I had come up from a seed in my backyard, and that probably lasted for 3 years. So I guess the bottom line on peppers is they'll live until something kills them, which is cold weather usually, because they're, for the most part, tropical plants. Tapin peppers will tolerate a little more cold because they are native to parts of the U.S. So I've had this year. It was grafted, but I had one of our grafted bell peppers. That this is the third year in the ground, but I have to admit it's in a bad area. It didn't produce really well this year, but still lived 3 years.
But 3 years, and that's, I would imagine, because it is grafted, right?
Could be, because the grafted roots are a little bit stronger than the regular pepper roots. So that answers that question.
Rick has a quick question on Facebook. Rick is back. Is this the time to plant bulbs for spring?
Yes. Now, it depends on what part of the country you're in. If you're in warmer areas of the country, like maybe from Central California south, or in some of the southern states, you probably don't want to plant tulips and hyacinths now.
Yeah, it's still a little early.
It's a little bit early. They need to be refrigerated. If you live in a hot area of the country, one of the tips on planting tulips is to plant them in the shade rather than in full sun. Because, it's so hard to get tulips to grow in warm areas because you got to refrigerate them to begin with. And then what almost always happens in the spring, the flower buds begin to open up.
Right.
And then you get a Santa Ana or hot weather, and one day the flower's gone.
Yeah, you have to do your best to keep it cool.
Right.
Everything about the tulip. That's why you plant them in the shade. The soil's cool. The outside air temperature's cool. You're trying to plant them in a refrigerator for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not on tulips. You're not going to save them for the next year. In cold climates, they'll come back year after year. So anyway, those kinds of spring bulbs, I would wait. Tulips and probably hyacinths.
Okay.
It's all right to go ahead and put in daffodils now.
Yeah, daffodils.
And definitely, you should have already put in bearded iris. You're getting towards the time now where if you plant them, there's only a 50-50 chance they'll bloom for next year.
Okay, I hope that answers your question, Rick. Who else do you have, John, at gardenamerica.com?
Let's see. I have another question from Steve. He says he has a technical question. He sent a picture, and he's got roses in this picture all planted on the left, and then he's got a little border of bricks between the lawn and the roses, and then he's got, looks like Bermuda grass growing from the lawn into the roses. And his question is, if I can find it here, there we go. His question is, if he sprays Turflawn ester on the Bermuda grass, is it going to affect the roses? I would keep any chemical off the roses, but it is labeled for using around roses.
Yeah.
And it should not hurt the roses if there's just a drift. But, I would try to keep it off the roses as much as possible. But, yeah, I think it would be okay to go ahead and spray that and not have to worry about it.
Haven't heard Turflawn ester mentioned on this show in years.
Really? Maybe we haven't talked about it for a while.
I don't think we have.
Then this one says, "Hello, Tiger. I missed the name of that product you just mentioned about fruit tree deterrent. Can you tell me once more? Thanks, or email me. I was pruning the Asian pear tree and the bark is falling off."
Fruit tree deterrent.
Are they?
I'm not sure what that means.
Are they referring to the commercial that you did for Fertilome?
Oh, maybe for Fertilome.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were talking about the.
And that's a pre-recorded commercial that we're talking about here. That you
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what did we talk about during that commercial?
He's thinking
Fertilome?
back about the copy and the script that you read.
Yeah.
Probably close to 8 months ago.
It was either their triple action product, which is a insecticide, miticide, fungicide kind of topical spray, or it could have been their imidacloprid product, which is a tree and shrub drench for insect control. So I don't know which one it was that you heard, but it was either one of those products. And probably for fruit trees, it more or less would have been the triple action spray from Fertilome.
Okay, very good.
All right, then we've got a caller from Napomo.
A caller?
Yes, well, you forwarded this to me.
Yes, the caller did leave information that I forwarded on to you, yes.
Right, and he wants to know about the life of an onion.
Sounds like
it's
a book.
Many layers.
The life of an onion.
Seasonal growth, seaside. I'm not sure what he means, but the thing about onions is there are short day onions and long day onions. And in the spring, you would want to plant a long day onion because it'll form its bulb under long day conditions. But a short day onion, you would want to plant now, this time of year, because it will produce a bulb under short day conditions. Does that make sense?
It does, because
it would have been even better if they would have just switched the names, where it's like, your long day onion you planted during winter when there's short days.
Just to confuse. But what you're saying is, as the days get shorter, which they are now,
right,
you want the short day onion,
right,
as opposed to like maybe March, April, May, summertime, the long day onion.
Right, because the forming of the bulb of the onion bulb is dependent on day length. And a lot of plants are affected by day length. You know, there's short day plants. And I was kind of surprised. I was up at work this week, and I saw carts and carts of these 6-inch pots going by that had thousands of poinsettias on them.
Oh, boy, here we go.
So they were about, the plants were already about maybe 8 inches tall, nice and full.
Wow.
But they're short day plants, so they will set their flowers as the days become shorter.
That's going to be Tiger's new pitch now at the nursery when he talks about onions. Well, I would suggest this time of year that you plant a short day onion because the days are shorter, and it all has to do with the bulbs. Is that what you said?
It has to do with the day length.
No, but the bulb.
Yes,
the bulb
is going to form under those conditions.
So, what would happen if you planted a long day onion in the winter when it is short days? Would the bulb rot and never produce?
No, you would just get green leaves.
You would just get green leaves,
right,
and they just wouldn't develop into the big onion that you want.
Right.
So that might be a problem.
There's some
people
varieties of onions, like the Walla Walla, which is a sweet onion that everybody really likes and wants to grow. If you live in the southern part of the U.S., you can't grow it because that's a long day onion, and we don't really have long days this far south.
You know, you brought up a good point, too. A lot of people may be buying these onions and trying to grow them, and they go, I just can't grow onions. It just didn't work.
Right.
And the person at the nursery or somebody didn't tell them what John explained to us in terms of the time of the year and what kind of onion that you want to grow.
Now, most garden centers will sell when they're selling onion plants, they're selling the types that are to be planted that time of the year. They should know.
They should know. Well, yeah.
Well, they bring them in bulb form, but there are seeds. You know, there are some packages
that was another
you can
part
buy
of the question
that you can buy, and so you might buy it not knowing
it exactly
which one that one is.
Yeah, it should tell you on the back of the package. Yeah.
What was the last part of the question you said?
Well, it had to do with seed size.
Okay.
And they're not onion seeds aren't that small. They're
Sesame seed?
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger. Black.
Mm-hmm.
They're big enough to where you could easily put them in a row with your fingers. Not in a little circle all in one spot.
You mean a trough?
Scattered all over.
Take a little trough and do it right?
Yeah.
It is 45 minutes after the hour. One more segment coming up. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live or however you're listening to us via streaming on Biz Talk Radio, 855-424-9825. You can also reach us, John at GardenAmerica.com, or like Rick's been doing this morning, pose your questions and comments right there on Facebook Live. One more segment coming up. I'm Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. We've got to get Tiger back out there to go camping some more.
What is term life insurance? It's basically a financial protection plan for your family if you pass away. It can be a hard purchase. Think about it. It's one of the few major purchases you can make that you will personally never use. But you've got to have it to protect your family. And you owe it to yourself to shop and compare to get the best possible rates. For term life insurance policies of $500,000 or more, call the Term Lifeline today.
800-957-6068. That's 800-957-6068. Remember, we specialize in term life insurance policies of $500,000 or more, and we have great rates for smokers too. So call today. 800-957-6068. 800-957-6068. That's 800-957-6068.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a natural, slow, and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer proven effective for 90 years. Milorganite. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Do you have insects on your roses? Do you have borers damaging your trees and shrubs due to stress or the drought? This is Tiger Palafox with Garden America Radio. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench is a great product that will give you season-long protection against many insects. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench can act as a preventer or a curative for insects that suck, chew, or bore on your plants. This may be the easiest product to use. Simply measure, mix in a bucket, and pour around the base of the tree. One application can last up to a full year. Protect your trees with Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench. Find it at your local independent nursery or fertilome.com.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people with credit card debt. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rate, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, the first step is yours. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-350-3241. 800-350-3241. That's 800-350-3241. Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission. License number DC 32.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-521-9579 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-521-9579 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-521-9579. That's 1-800-521-9579. Again, 1-800-521-9579.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-935-0752 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-935-0752. That's 800-935-0752. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Well, boys, it is back to business. We are back on live here, Facebook Live, also Biz Talk Radio nationally. Streaming, however you're listening or watching us, we do thank you. It is Garden America. 51 minutes after the hour, Tiger Palafox, I'm Bryan Main. John Bagnasco, a couple of things to hit. John, did we finish the most of your email questions?
Yeah, we did, and I want to talk a little bit about our tour coming up to England next year.
That's July of 2018?
Yeah. Before we do that quickly, though, I wanted to mention, but we've been talking about hot things, with these hot peppers.
Oh, yeah.
But in the newsletter, we had also the opposite, Did You Know article about miracle fruit. And a lot of our listeners may not be aware of miracle fruit. And miracle fruit is a little tiny berry that if you chew on it, anything that you eat for the next half hour tastes really sweet. I was telling Tiger during the break, you could chew on a lemon or a lime and it would taste like the best orange you've ever had.
You could drink vinegar.
You probably could drink vinegar, yeah.
How many?
You said that, so you can't say you probably.
Well, you said miracle.
Well, I have had miracle fruit and eaten limes and lemons.
How many varieties of miracle fruit are there?
One
variety. That's it.
Takes care of it all.
So you eat that, and then maybe wait a little bit, then have something else, and it's going to taste sweet.
Yeah, you think there might be like different varieties, like amazing, not really a miracle, but it is amazing.
No. Slightly
or
good.
How about that? Isn't that interesting? And let's talk about England, John. And we've already got a lot of people that have signed up for the trip.
We do, and this trip I think we're holding to around 36 people this year.
Okay.
Because that's 12 that each of us can handle.
Yeah, it's how comfortable it's going to be for everybody.
Right. What happens on the tours is that when you get too many people, it's and especially in some of the gardens, they're smaller. It's hard to get around. And we are going to some private gardens this year. And I think the highlight of the tour is when we first get there, we're going to go to the Hampton Court Flower Show, which is one of the world's largest flower shows, and it should be a perfect time. Weather-wise in England.
And if you want to do something...
we'll be there July 1st.
If you want to do something in London, you should get there a day or so early because most, if not all, of our tour is going to be up north with the various
outside
gardens.
Of London.
Outside of London, yeah.
Right. We'll be in London one day, and then the rest is going to be spent in the Cotswolds and Oxford area. It should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, for Tiger, we had to have something to make him interested in the trip. So our farewell dinner is going to be in the hall that was in Harry Potter.
Where they
actually filmed it.
Where they actually
cafeteria.
Yeah, where they actually ate their meals.
What building is that? Where is
It's in Oxford.
Right.
On one of the campuses.
Right.
Okay.
How many colleges? He was saying in Oxford there's, I don't know, a number of campuses. It's not just Oxford University. It's a number of campuses, and it was a hall on one of those. I can't remember.
A lot of famous people went to Oxford, obviously. A lot of famous writers. C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis, yep.
Yeah.
I almost said C.W. Lewis. No, C.S. Lewis. Who else, John? Oscar Wilde.
Lewis Carroll.
We can say we went after our trip.
Yes, we can.
That's right.
Did you like my joke a few weeks ago that I made up? What
I don't remember it.
It was so good.
What do they call somebody who drops out of Oxford University?
And
an oxymoron. You liked it better the more it sinks in. So anyway, so we've got that coming up July of 2018, and you should. I'm trying to move on.
I'm just thinking you could make up a lot of stupid jokes like that. Like, what do you call somebody from Oxford after they get out of the shower?
Okay, what?
OxyClean.
Okay, you know what? You know what's really bad? When we stop entertaining the listeners and the viewers.
Just entertain ourselves.
Entertaining ourselves, and you just happen to be eavesdropping. You got any Oxy things you want to pass on to us?
No, you're the one who started it.
Okay, so we talked about England, and
but what you want to do is go to gardenamerica.com, and right there on the home page is a link to the England tour.
Right.
And you can see the cost, and you can see the day-by-day
the
itinerary.
It's all there.
See where we're going to be going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and I think we're over half sold out. So don't wait too long.
Yeah, don't wait
Even
long
though
at
it's
all.
not in July, you want to.
It is in July. Yeah.
Want to sign up now?
Right. It's going to be in July 2018.
That's right.
It's not July yet, but we're moving. Those tickets are really moving, right?
Oxy what?
Oxy what? Let's see.
Oxy
And also,
says what?
we should mention, too, briefly, quickly, instead of November, the rose auction is in October this year, John.
Oh, wow. That's coming up in a few weeks.
That's coming up in a few weeks. Those that don't live in San Diego, you can. There's a silent auction. You can take part in.
Starting October 1st, you can go ahead and bid online if you want, and we'll mail your plants to you. It's for the Save the Roses Foundation, nonprofit, and they're concerned with preserving genetics of roses that may become extinct. They have a lot of cool roses. I'll be there. You'll be there. Are you going to be there, Tiger?
I'll be there.
All right.
We'll all be there.
We are going to be there, and that's in the same place as it was last year?
In Oceanside.
In Oceanside, right off the 78.
If you go to ccrsauction.com, CCRS stands for California Coastal Rose Society.
Yes, it does.
So if you go to ccrsauction.com, you can find out where it is, the dates, and it's a 3-day event, really. The physical auction takes place on Sunday, but on Saturday you can come and listen to the speakers who will present every one of the roses that's going to be on auction, so you can learn about
You can learn about what it is you want to learn about before you bid on it.
Yeah, now I'm a little concerned about you coming this year.
Why is that? I'm ready to go.
Well, I know you're ready to go, but you've been putting so much stuff on your patio, and every year you leave with at least 1 or 2 roses.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, are you going to have enough room? Your problem is you don't kill things at the same rate that I do. So
I know they live a long time.
You're running out of room.
I am running out of room. I'll take a picture of my patio so you can see just exactly what I have left and what kind of room there is. But I'll come away with a couple of roses, absolutely. You know, we got to get going because Tiger's camping. We've got to get him back up in the woods after the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go pick some Julian apples.
I completely lost track of the time.
Yeah, we're almost up to the end of the show here.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
All right.
How about that?
Well, then I don't have anything left to say. I'll just be quiet.
No, you don't. How about
that was a good.
How about waving to the
be
camera?
Quiet. That was a good. Be quiet.
Watch me make John laugh. John.
I'm not going to laugh.
Oxymoron.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I'll wait.
Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live streaming Biz Talk Radio. However you pick up the show, that is going to do it. In all seriousness, Tiger's going to get back out in the woods with his family and finish his camping for the weekend. I'm Bryan Main. He's John Bagnasco. I want to thank Zach. I want to thank Brandon. The entire crew that keeps us on the air each and every Saturday. Until next time, get growing, America. From Garden America. Take care. Have a safe week.